Hey there. So glad you're here. Thanks for joining. Welcome to the Web Design Mastery Series. This was a webinar where we talk about unlocking the secrets to 4x your website conversions, turning more of your website visitors into leads and good conversations. Whether you're joining us for the first time or picking up where you left off, each of the episodes is really meant to stand on its own. There's no set order for these, so watch them however you would like. In any case, the series is really designed for us. We're guiding you through the art and the science of web design. Each of the different episodes is different topics, different content. They are all packed with really good information and actionable ideas that you can take and put into practice on your own to improve your online presence and improve your website. Make sure to watch the whole series. Capture all of the information and all these ideas to really improve your web design game and turn more of your visitors into conversations. Thanks again. Enjoy. Okay, so let's jump into the development blueprint. So when we talk about web design, the development blueprint covers the things like the architecture of the website would be the way to think about it in our space. So how the website is structured, how it performs, that's a big impact on how it performs for your viewers, from your visitors. So we'll go into some different aspects of the development blueprint. So those are things like the speed and performance, the responsiveness, how quickly it responds to someone's requests, the page structure, coding elements, image and video size on the page. Those are big factors in how quickly it loads. And then the first and foremost, the biggest thing that we always recommend is start with speed. So we've all been there. We've all, pulled up a website and just had it crawl and be very slow to load. That is painful. I'm sure you've experienced it. Make sure that your site is not doing that. You lose people very, very quickly. So start with speed so you can get them onto the site and keep them there. And that is that performance is really one of the biggest impacts. So when you look at the reason someone would bounce from a website, bounce being visit and then leave right away, the reason they would leave or bounce is the top reason is slow loading. So 88.5% say that a slow loading website will cause them to leave. The second to that, 73% say a non-responsive website would also cause them to bounce. Bad navigation is in third with 61%, so still a pretty big impact. But again, the two top factors are really around performance of the website. So again, just kind of documenting here really kind of illustrates how important that speed and performance is to maintain their interest, keep people on your website and engaged. So when we look at some of the stats behind this, so when we look at load speed and how it impacts bounce rate and conversion rate. So bounce rate, there are two sides here. So bounce rate would be, do they stay or do they go, right? If they bounce, they're leaving. And then do they convert? So if they stay on the page, do they actually convert into a conversation or a lead or an opportunity? So we'll start with the bounce rate. So the average bounce rate for a business to consumer website is 45%. So 45% bounce rate in general, regardless of all of these different factors. Now, when we go down to 2 seconds and we look at websites that load in 2 seconds or less, the bounce rate is only 9%. So big difference there. So at 2 seconds is only 9%, and the average is 45%, which means it goes way above 45% across the spectrum. So really that 2 to 3 seconds is a critical threshold. And that's when bounce rates start to skyrocket. So at 3 seconds, 40% of people will leave. So at 3 seconds, 1, 2, 3, they're gone. So it needs to be quick, needs to perform, or you will lose them before they even get started looking at your website. So, all right, let's assume now that we've loaded in less than 3 seconds and we keep them on the website. So the conversion rate is also impacted by the page load speed. So if you look at the websites that perform quickly and they load in 1 second, their conversion rates are almost 40%. Once you go to 2 seconds, you're looking at a drop down to 33, 34%. And when you go down to 3 seconds, we're going down below 30%. 4 and 5 seconds, you're cutting it in half. So same type of thing. Once you get to 3 seconds, you really start to see a dramatic impact in whether people convert on the website or not. So again, less than 3 seconds is critical for people staying on the site. Performing at less than 3 seconds for load speed is also very critical to ensure that people are going to be interacting in a positive way and actually put their hands up and convert into a conversation with you. So if we look at Google also prioritizes performance. So Google knows that their users are not happy when pages are slow, when the website experience is not good. And Google's in the business of keeping their users happy, like we all are, right? So they know if it's slow, it's not going to be a positive experience typically. So their studies show that for every 1 second of delay, you're looking at an impact of 11% decrease in page views, 16% decrease in user satisfaction, and 7% decrease in conversions. So that's 1 second. For every second, you're seeing a pretty big impact on all of the different elements or all of the different measurements that are critical when it comes to users on your website. So an example of this, if you look at Google's first page results, so the first page of Google's search results, the average website load speed is 1.65 seconds. So that should tell you people that are on their front page of their website, on page 1, are performing very, very fast. They are really delivering when it comes to Google's expectations for speed and performance. So slow and steady does not win the race, at least when Google is making the evaluation. So another aspect of this is we're really talking about performance. Now, in the past, performance has always been really kind of focused on just a computer, right? A monitor, computer, or laptop. Now, more and more mobile devices are critical. So in the past 6-7 years, we've really seen mobile devices take over, and they're now doing over half of the searches. So that means over half of the searches that are done on Google are done on a mobile device. So the mobile performance cannot be an afterthought anymore. It used to be that it was just kind of, well, we're going to develop for a website on a computer, and then after that, maybe the mobile was great, maybe it wasn't. That's not possible any longer. So when you look at stats from Google, 47% of people will go elsewhere if they can't click to call you from their phone on your website. So almost half will just leave if they can't get a hold of you easily. 73% prefer a mobile-friendly website for various screen sizes. They want to be able to pull it up on a tablet, on a mobile device. They want to turn the mobile device sideways. So it really needs to perform on a variety of different screens. And then 61% of people will abandon a website right away if it's not optimized for mobile. So same thing, you pull up a website on a mobile, if it does not perform, if it doesn't load quickly, they're gone. And you don't have an opportunity to win them back. These are things that are typically happening, again, before you even start a conversation with your users. So a couple other things that go into really kind of ease of use and kind of creating a good experience for your visitors are simple to operate, simple to navigate, very easy to understand. They should be able to kind of access the information on a variety of different devices and locations. And then you really want to make sure that you're delivering what information that they're looking for quickly with very minimal clicks. You don't want them to have to click 3, 4, 5 times to get to the information that they want. So that's kind of a flat website. We want to make this available, all of this information available with very few clicks. So these are all things that kind of go into some of the top level things that are important for you to understand. And then there are many more things here for your webmaster to kind of pay attention to. So your developer would want to be focusing on those elements, but also responsive optimization, cross-browser compatibility. They need to test on multiple browsers. Clean and lightweight code. Coding is important. That's the type of stuff that makes things move on, animations on the website. Those things are fun, but if the code is not developed correctly, it can have a negative impact and cause poor performance. So the fields that you put onto forms, validation that you might do for any of those things, verification, all of those things go into that experience as well. So those are important. the call to action, which is the CTA, so a fixed call to action. That would mean if you have a website with a phone number at the top, that's what you're encouraging people to do, is call you. If they scroll, that should stay there. You don't want me to lose track of that number. So we should have a fixed call to action, even when I'm scrolling on your website. So compressed images and videos, very important. That size of those files impact performance. And then lastly, meta information, which is really kind of the information about the website that Google, Yahoo, Microsoft, they all use to kind of evaluate where to place it in searches. So all of these things are important for your webmaster, probably not quite as critical for you, but they are things to pay attention to. So kind of wrapping things up here on the development blueprint. So the web design development blueprint, we want to make it fast. It needs to be real fast. I'm going to make it mobile friendly. I'm going to make it consistent and make it easy to use. These are all factors that go into your visitors having a good experience, staying on your website, converting into a conversation. And that's what Google looks for. It's what all of the search engines look for. They measure that. They want to deliver good websites to their search customers. And if you aren't delivering on that, you will not be getting leads from those search engines. So very critical. Hopefully that all makes sense. Hopefully you found this valuable. Would love to have you hit like. We'll take a break here, hit like, subscribe. We'd love to have you come back and see us in some of our next videos as well. Hey there, thanks for hanging out to the end. Hopefully you found the content valuable. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Definitely love to see you back soon in one of our next videos. Definitely also check out the others in this series. There's no particular order, but it was a web design webinar broken down into a couple different sections. So again, hopefully you're able to put some of this into practice, grow your business. That's really our goal with this content. We do provide marketing services, but our goal with putting out content is to help business owners like yourself do some of these things on their own and get some incremental growth over time. Definitely love to see you back in one of our next videos soon. Thanks again. Appreciate your time.